How secure are you? I think that's an important question to ask. According to psychology, security is right up there as one of our greatest basic human needs. And humankind's desire for security is pretty clearly seen everywhere we look, right? From the basics like locks on doors, airport security, airbags, the sensible ones, right? To the more extreme measures like fiercely defended geographical boundaries or gated communities and the hoarding of possessions and money. Especially that last one, money. Humans either view money as a status symbol, as a means of control, as a way to enjoy life, or as security. And in tough economic times, which we're in at the moment, it's very tempting to see money as a security blanket. And this is nothing new. Proverbs 18, verses 10 and 11, show us that looking to money for security is as old as the hills. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine it a wall too high to scale. These verses contrast two fortresses, the name of the Lord and wealth. And the difference between the two is clear. One is real and one is imagined. Verse 10 tells us that the name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. Look at the assurances in there. Is, are. They're solid words. On the other hand, verse 11 tells us that the wealth of the rich is their fortified city. Very personalized. And they imagine it a wall too high to scale. One is real, one is imagined. One is a firm and mighty fortress, the other is a flimsy pipe dream. We are encouraged in these verses to run to the Lord for our security, not trusting in our hoarded wealth. How can we do this? Two things, I reckon. Number one, hold on to your money loosely. Trav reminded us of this in Sunday's sermon. Wealth, as we see in Ecclesiastes and Job, and even from your own experience, as well as other parts of the Bible, wealth is fleeting. So hold it loosely. Give it away. Live simply. Live within your means. Only buy things you can afford. Don't bite off more than you can chew. And secondly, think about security as long-term and eternal. If we're just after security in this life, then go now, make as much money as you can because that's all you've got. But as Christians, we realize that we are eternal and that we should be storing up for ourselves treasures in heaven, where, in the words of Jesus, moth and rust do not destroy and thieves do not break in and steal. We need to think about our security as more than just our security here in the 80, 90, or however many years we may have on this earth. And we can store up treasures in heaven, as Jesus said, by living with God and his kingdom as our priority, serving others, and living godly lives of simple faith. So I ask you the question I began with: how secure are you? You may think your wealth is your security, but it's only your imagination. The name of the Lord is the only fortified tower. Run to it, and you'll be safe. Let me finish with the words of Jesus from Matthew 7, verses 24 to 27. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. Proverbs asks us, how strong is your fortified city? And Jesus asks us, how firm is your foundation? As Christians, we can go today feeling secure and firm in God, who is our firm foundation and is our strong and mighty tower. Go in the knowledge of that. God bless.